Hey, what's going on YouTube? I wanted to share with you a quick little video I did over the weekend, a little project, made a DIY forge, and tried my hand at forging a little rebar knife. So let's walk you through it now. Okay, so first thing we did is just took a bunch of old busted up concrete and made a makeshift forge to retain some of the heat off the flame. Took a long time. I had to bust up a bunch of these logs to get enough coals. In hindsight, just buying a bunch of charcoal is probably a little bit easier, but at any rate, we got it done. We burnt a bunch of these logs down to a good coal base and built a little makeshift forge out of concrete. To get the forge really up to temperature, I saw this on another YouTube video, but you're going to want to get a hair dryer like this, and preferably put a little extension on it. I've got an old seafoam can that I busted out and put around the hair dryer, but this is going to work as the billow, or basically feed enough oxygen to the charcoal to really get it hot enough to get to forging temperatures. This is just a very cheap little like $15 anvil I got from Harbor Freight, and then basically each time I'd use the hair dryer to get the temperature, or to get the metal up to like red hot temperatures, and pull it out and just hammer on it bit by bit. And yeah, it gets really easy to mold, and it gets really malleable, and as long as you keep it pretty red hot in between each time, it's pretty easy to work with. This next part is going to cut right to what it ended up looking like at the end. You're going to repeat that process you just saw right there for hours, probably 3 or 4 hours, but it's fun. But yeah, it's going to go in the flame, out of the flame, in the flame, out of the flame. You're going to hammer on it. You'll probably make a couple mistakes, but that's okay, because you can put it right back in the fire, get it hot, and fix the mistake. That's kind of what it looked like at the end there. I had a full set of files that I got a decent blade on it, and then I took an orbital sander with some nice rough grit and kind of made my blade tip a little bit more fine. And you can see it was doing some pretty decent little wood feathers there that you could start a fire with. It had a pretty decent tip to it. And then here I threw it at a piece of wood a couple times. Did not nail it the first time. That's YouTube magic here, making it look like I did. But I was even more impressed that it was able to bounce off the wood, and every time I missed it, it never dented it, it never messed up. So yeah, definitely something that's really fun. You guys can go out and try it. It's cheap. Rebar is very cheap. You can find it laying around. The forge, you don't have to get it some top name brand forge or even a real forge. You can do a DIY forge with bricks like I did, and then find an old hair dryer. So yeah, give it a shot. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.